you've led a rich life, not in terms of a mercenary sense, but experientially. What are the lessons that perhaps your father imbued you with, you picked up along the way, that you would like to share with a broader audience, not just with the hotel trade, but just in terms of as a business person, perhaps? What do you bring into the industry?
I think I can say that my father taught me hard work, and my mother taught me to pray. So I think it's now I try to combine both.
So which are the what percentage would you give each?
50-50. Yeah, because he used to wake me up early morning and tell me, do these things. And then I used to ask him, why do you wake me up so early in the morning? And he'll say, look, in a tropical country, your brain is almost dead in the afternoon. So try to do all the productive things in the morning. So that, I mean, even now I wake up at 5:15 in the morning, and then I walk to church. So that's, then I always think of my father and my mother, and so it's a combination of both, and religion is useful because it helps you to balance your life, appreciate what you have. I've never cursed that, Sri Lanka has suffered for the last 25 years in tourism. I always thank God for what we have, the mercies we have got all this time. So it's, you learn to live with what you have. And also you learn to work hard. I mean, never give up. I mean, it's very easy to say, look, tourism is not doing well, and do something else.
Is that impetus to work harder also because this is a family business?
Possibly, yeah, because
you have
we have more responsibility because you're not only looking after yourself. You have, now we have 1,600 people working with us, so there's a responsibility. When the tsunami struck, they were asking, what do we do? Then you're in it together.
Was that the darkest time for the industry?
Well, one of the darkest times. We had the 24th July, airport attacks, 2001, I think. So that also we had a period of about 3-4 months where there was no hope at all. Tsunami, and we have had the central bank bombs. So we've gone through lots of those, and then so the spirit, we work together, we come out of it together, either we swim or sing together, that kind of spirit comes in. So
I was speaking to one of your service personnel at a hotel I was staying in Gaul, and he said something very interesting. He said that that particular property had never laid off any staff member, and he was speaking with reference to the tsunami.
Right.
Is it the case?
That's a decision we took.
Why? Because the argument could be, why not lay off and make it easier for the company?
Easiest thing is that. But then we used to think, look, if we say that our real asset is our people, right? And we do invest a fair amount of money on developing them. And then if you just, at the drop of a hat, you say, look, thank you very much, now you go home, then we will never get their respect from them. They'll never have that loyalty, love for the organization. So we thought, okay, not only did we not lay off any people, we lost one of the hotels, the Yala Safari. Unfortunately, some of our colleagues died, but the others who survived, we took them into the other hotels, even though we did not have business. So we thought, okay, we have to look after them because there was no way for them to get any job in Sri Lanka at that time unless they decided to go overseas.
Let me ask you a difficult question. If it wasn't a family-run company, would you think that same decision would have been arrived at?
Well, we would have maybe tried for it, but then we would have been led by the owners.
Right.
Like if I was just, managing director of a company and I had to, the decision was made by a board of directors. Right? I may have pushed for it, but then I would not have had the
You're
final
hostage
say.
too.
I have to also say at this point in time that Haley's also believed in all those great values. So that really helped us because they could have also said, look, hey, come on, cut down costs, but they never, they didn't put any pressure on us.
When you said that the rooms were static from the 80s, you mentioned now, how does that gel with the fact that you have been developing properties?
See, we had hotels on the East Coast. Sri Lanka had Pasikuda, Kalkuda, Trincomalee, that Nilavali belt.
Entire belt,
So those
coming down to Arugam, is it?
That's right, Arugam Bay as well. Arugam Bay is still in operation.
Right.
But there are no hotels in Pasikuda, Kalkuda now. So we lost a certain amount of rooms while a certain amount of rooms were added on.
Right.
And the tsunami also, I think we lost something like 900 or 1,100 rooms to the tsunami. So all those put together, so we now still have a balanced scorecard.